Hi, welcome. Let's get to it. I got home from work early because we had a severe weather situation. I live in the Midwest, rural farm town Midwest, and our tornado sirens went off. I was sitting at my studio, and all of a sudden, everything got really, really dark. And this time of year, you're like, oh, I know what that is. And then the siren went off, and I was like, okay, tornado time. And then turns out it was near us and then went away from us. So other people are now in its path away from here. And so my client who was about to come was like, do you want me to come? And I was like, that's totally up to you, whatever your comfort level is. And she's like, I think I'll reschedule. And I'm like, yeah, totally fine. She's got loved ones at home she cares for. So she's going to, and they live outside of town. So it's like all for the best. So I find myself here, settling back in. I have some tea. It's a rainy, and it hailed, of course, and it's icky out, and I thought, let's just get cozy down here and do a reading. Ouch! That is not cool enough to drink yet. It was one of those where it went like all at once, and I couldn't spit it out. So, yikes, that was hot. So, I've been asking Spirit before I go into these readings, like for a word, more of a curiosity, like is there a word that might mean something as we get through this reading? And today's word was bucket. I don't know why. Bucket. And then the word find. Bucket and find. I have no idea what's going on there. So Spirit, thank you for whatever messages you're sending through for us. Please help me make them as clear as possible of a translation. And for our overall, let's see what wants to come through. Thought I would use these today. This is Life Happens Oracle. It says move on. Move on. Let's just take one today. Let's just take one and see what it means. I wonder what that has to do with a bucket and find. It'll be fun. It's more of I think it's a fun game when we do that, huh? Let's see what happens. Thank you. I thought about doing something different today. So we have the Queen of Wands. And what I'm going to do is sort of lay out, like based on our curiosity, which direction do we want to go now? So to build more and more context. And so the Queen of Wands is like our current energy of manifestation. She can do anything she wants. She's very confident. She's spiritual. She's intuitive. She's passionate. She's kind of sometimes a little stoic. She's kind of she's got some self-satisfaction. Like, yeah, very confident, knowing. So I really like that energy. Let's see. What am I curious? I'm kind of curious about the future. Where's she going? Because she's kind of looking off that direction where I like to put the future cards. And then we have the 8. Oh, weird. We have the 8 of Cups. This is literally the card of moving on. And it says move on. So what are you doing? Where are you moving on to? Because she's got so much confidence. Like, she's not taking anybody's BS anymore. Interesting. Now I'm curious about where we've been. Like, what got us to this point of wanting to move on? We have the Page of Pentacles. Huh. So there's sort of this... pages are messengers, and the pentacles are kind of a grounded energy, but of like a solid start. So they bring a message of a new start. So something says like you're moving on to find this fresh start. But what does this have to do with? Let's get something in our, like what we're not seeing. What is it that we're not really seeing? And we have the Page of Swords. Oh, So there's this. There's like something in you is really like dying to learn a lesson. Does that make sense? Or really make the like trying to alchemize, because I say that word with the Queen of Wands. She's very magical. So it's almost like you're wanting to, like where you've been and all those lessons along the way, you want to turn them into something useful. We'll see what we're going to clarify. And then what are you really thinking about right now? What's in your conscious thoughts? Your hopes, desires, dreams. Oh gosh, you've got the 5 of Cups. This is another card of moving on. This is, except right now, it's like you are sort of looking at those things. These go hand in hand. So it's like you are in alignment between your subconscious and conscious thoughts, whether you know it or not. So you're wanting to learn something from kind of the not so great things that have happened in your life at some point, whether recent or in the past. We don't really know yet. You might know. And so there's this, once you stop like only focusing on those things and look up, you're off and running. You are moving on, but you're taking a pause right now. Everything right here says you're taking a pause to figure out, what have I learned from my life experience so far? Because I'm moving on, but I'm taking a pause so I don't take off too soon. Let me get an overall energy from the bottom of the deck. We have the Moon. The Moon and the overall, always a delight. I'm going to put that up here. So there's this path you're seeking, and it's like you do want to take the good, the bad, the light, the dark. You kind of want to see things from all angles to then come into alignment with, like, how am I moving forward? So that's the big picture. That's the general vibe. And so, because we got the Moon in our overall, I kind of want to do the Zodiac Tarot as our clarifiers. There's the same number of cards here, but this deck feels so much thicker. I don't know why. I kind of like that. A thick deck. Okay. What are we curious about? This one's all about following our curiosity. I kind of want to clarify that Moon. Let's do it. We've got the 7 of Wands. This is totally you going into your protective bubble of inquiry, and you're drowning out the noise. You're like, this is a solo journey, which makes sense because we have the Moon, we have you moving on, we have you trying to learn your lessons. Like, this is all solo. And the 7 of Wands is saying, yeah, take as long as you need. Take as long as you need, because you do want to be a little bit defensive right now. Like, keep out. I'll come back to you when the time is right. I want one more for the 7 of Wands. Let's clarify that further. And we have the Queen of Wands. Again, you guys. Ooh, you know I love a good repeat clarifier. And this is saying, oh my God, you are fully stepping into your Queen of Wands, this energy. Like, you can make anything happen. But it does mean knowing yourself very, very deeply. And you are taking the time to do that. Oh my God, I want one more. I'm just going to do it. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is funny that it goes right along with the Page of Pentacles. This is that divine new start, the divine gift of a new start. And when I say divine, it means like divine timing. Now's the time. You're getting an opportunity to start fresh. Like, the eyeballs are really sticking out to me on her hands. It's like you see things so clearly now. That's this Queen of Wands energy, is you are gaining such clarity. Wow, what's going on? Sometimes I want really, really specific stuff. Like, maybe we'll get specific. Yeah, because she's magical. And you got her twice. And with that Moon and the 7 of Wands of self-protection, like drowning out the noise. This is my journey. I'm seeking my wisdom, my clarity. And then boom, the hand comes out of the sky and says, there you are. Have it. Wow. That's you manifesting exactly what you are trying to do. You are moving on. Okay, so let's clarify. I want to clarify further since we got that Queen of Wands. I'm going to clarify the current energy of the Queen of Wands, please. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. You guys, all this Wands and Pentacles energy. It's like the balance of like, it's like grounded and passionate all at the same time. Wow. So the Queen of Pentacles is kind of the nurturer, the mother. And you've got a queen clarifying the queen. You are in your full, this is all intuition. You have such a deep knowing that it's time to move into who you are meant to be, the path you're meant to walk. Wow. Let me get one more for that Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Ooh. And we have the Hierophant. You are turning into the mentor, the teacher, the wisdom keeper, the way shower. Wow. And the Hierophant is also two sides of the same coin, both teacher and student. So this one really tells me you are turning into the teacher. You are the one with the wisdom. You're the one to venture out and share it. The Queen of Wands, she's the queen. People seek her wisdom. It's like if she were, she's probably like the tarot reader of the tarot deck. She can tap into these energies to wisdoms that aren't so readily clear and bring them out for the people seeking. Interesting. So there's something, you really are learning from your lesson. You really are learning from your life experience and then turning around and showing the way. I'm really curious about the Page of Swords. Let's go down this time, down into the subconscious. What maybe hasn't been really clear yet. And we have Death. This is transformation. This is closure, the ending of cycles, so that you can be reborn. One more, please. And then we have the Ten of Swords, which is complete death, rebirth. Wow. It's almost like ego death. Like you're not learning lessons up here by the ego. You are alchemizing. The Queen of Wands is an alchemist. She takes all her life experience and she's like, death, rebirth, alchemy. Wow. What are you doing over there? I'm curious. What's going on in your world? Wow, because it's big energy. Okay, I'm really curious about, what are we curious? I kind of want to know more about the moving on. Let's do that. Woo! Thank you. And we have strength. You're moving on in strength. It's not, you know how sometimes you move on because you're trying to run away from something? This is like you're running towards. It's full on strength. Meaning you have such a strength of spirit, of character, of integrity, and intuition. And then we have the Ace of Swords. You have such clarity. You have divine inspiration. You are divinely guided. What are you doing? This is huge. Okay, now I'm curious about what got us here, because that does influence like the energies we feel today. So Page of Pentacles. Ooh, we've got the Eight of Swords. This is chills. Okay, it's no wonder we're moving on. It's because we've felt trapped. There's something here. We've been desiring this new start for so long. We've been feeling so trapped. A lot of it's from our own doing. Like, we've kept ourselves feeling trapped. What's that about? The Tower. Wow. That is, it's like we've been feeling trapped and I'm tired. I'm like, I just want it to stop. I'm done. I'm done with my old way. This is ego death. This is death to ego, please. Wow. You're like, because Eight of Swords is just like, you feel so trapped by this. You're like, enough already. And you're willing to just burn your whole life to the ground right now to start fresh. You're like, this isn't serving me. It never has. It never will. I'm moving on. And the Tower is such a fiercely quick, swift, destructive energy of like, I want change. I want sudden change and I want it now. Okay, so let's clarify the Five of Cups in our conscious thoughts. Oh, we have the Six of Cups. We just graduated from 5 to 6. So right away, this, what we focused on in this, like, loss, grief a little bit, just like, oh, this no longer serves me. Like, what am I going to take from this? And then the 6 says, turn around, and it's actually a gift. It's a gift of healing. There's some, it has to do with your past. It's like you're trying to take the gifts of the past lessons that you're learning from the past. That's what we've said all along. But this is confirmation that there's a sweetness to this, though. Like, you really do feel like the lessons you're learning are healing. It's a healing of your past self. So there's something in your past that you're healing from, and you feel a little like bittersweet about it. And that's beautiful. And then we have the Moon again. Jeez, guys. I love that. And now that it's in your conscious thoughts versus in the overall energy, you're in, like, there's this alignment between, like, this whole story, meaning the whole flow of this energy and how you think about it and feel about it is in alignment. So it's not like this energy's happening and I feel differently about it. It's like this energy's happening and I'm in alignment with it. This is really good. It's really positive, because when there's dissonance is when we really got to dig deeper and say, like, what do we got to heal? What do we got to heal to move forward? You're like, no, I'm moving forward. That's what I came here to do. And this reading's like, yeah, you're moving on. And I'm like, but why? What are we moving towards? I still want to know, because you're doing it with such strength and clarity. I want to know I want to know more. I'm going to bring out a few of these guys to see if I want to know, what are we moving towards? What are we moving on towards? And you might tell us what we're moving on from, because that might indicate what we're moving towards. So please help us understand that journey. We've got freedom. Again, you were feeling trapped and we're moving towards freedom. Okay, that's clear. That's obvious. Thank you. So, was it a relationship? I'm not getting a lot of relationship vibes. But that doesn't mean anything, because that just might be your energy of saying, I'm not even considering that anymore. I'm just out of there. I'm done. I'm moving on. And so that person's energy isn't showing up in the reading. That's all that could mean. Still could be a relationship. One more clue, please. Joy. Yeah, you're seeking your joy. Huh. I kind of want one more. I always want one more. So unsatisfied. Moving away. Okay. We're moving away from this being trapped. We're moving on. Okay, I get it. Won't beat a dead horse. I don't like that saying. No one wants to beat a dead horse. No one wants to beat any horse. Okay, so what are we curious about? I'm curious still about what is this really about? I want answers. Nope, those aren't my answers I seek. These are not the droids you're looking for. So there is a bit, because we've got the moon here big time, we've got it double moon. I'm pulling out the wisdom of the shadow. This will help us get deeper and really shine a light on what that moon is trying to tell us here. Thank you. We've got tenderness. What in the world? Whoops, that was loud. Tenderness. Let me show you this beautiful artwork. This person looks like they're hugging their knees to their chest. I want to know, maybe this will tell us what's going on with us. What's going on with you? You know what's funny is I felt that tenderness today at some point. And I'm trying to remember what brought it on. This artwork is called After the Fire. I tend to myself. I offer myself tenderness. I allow a replenishment of all layers of my being. Tending and tenderness, charred, burned out, gentle care, regenerating, receiving, resting, repairing, rebalancing the inner space, flowers growing from the fertile soil and fresh aliveness, each layer inviting new possibility. We aren't machines, we are humans. Regardless of what lives we create for ourselves, we are vulnerable to hurts. We are susceptible to burnout and many internal burns that cannot be seen by the eye. We need spaces to recharge, realign, renourish, regenerate. We need spaces to offer tenderness and tending to ourselves. If we don't offer this to ourselves on a regular basis, we are likely to walk around feeling fragile. Tenderness and tending don't have to come when we are already burned out. We can create spaces for ourselves to mend, heal, and be so that we can avoid that outcome. If we were offering tender healing to a physical burn, we might call in some regenerative herbs, be very gentle, and create a space where the repair could take place. We can offer this tenderness and healing to our inner burns and invisible hurts. Think about ways that you push yourself beyond what feels good. Think about ways that you offer yourself tenderness or hold back tenderness. Notice what tenderness is being called for in this moment, be it mental, emotional, physical, energetic, or some other layer of your being. Contemplations. What layers of myself feel burned out or need tending? What tenderness can I offer myself? What tenderness can I offer to others? And then it goes into a ritual of like preparing a warm healing bath or foot soak with an abundance of nurturing, regenerative energies. Add sprinkles of love, etc., etc. So I won't go into all of that, but those contemplations are important. Like, what is this? Are you kind of hard on yourself? It's like push, push, push. I mean, there is this really destructive energy here that's led to this just wanting to move on, seek your freedom, seek your joy. I mean, that's not a bad thing. But there's something here like saying, like, tend to the hurt. Like here we have the Six of Cups. There's definitely some hurt that it's almost like you're ready to move on and you're ready to learn some lessons, but there's still some more tending to those hurts that's being called for before you rush off too quickly. Okay, so one thing I would like to do, I'm going to pull out, okay, we're already getting far along. I'm gonna have to go into an extended because this is getting really long. So we're gonna go deep. We're gonna go deep. And so I'll see you over in the extended. Follow the link below. And I really appreciate your support with the extendeds, because those are on my Substack paid membership. And so if you have any questions about getting access, please let me know. If you want a one-on-one reading, let me know, especially if this resonated and you don't want to join the Substack, but you do want a one-on-one reading to go deeper. We could do any configuration of that, whatever you need help with. and see what messages want to come through for you. So good luck with the moving on. If you aren't doing the extended, then I hope this resonated and that you took little pieces that made sense to you that would help you. So yeah, thank you. Bye.